Hello everyone, my name is VivianJade, the Chained Unprofessional, and I am embarking today on a subathon. I have done one of these before, and it went well. I had a lot of fun. I hope y'all did too. Last time I played Winds of Change, a game that I had played before and didn't have the highest esteem for, and it actually went down my esteem for that game, but not enough to quit it, just enough to be like, I don't know. But this isn't about that. This time I'm playing a game that I've never played before, and a lot of people say is really good, and I look forward to playing it. So that's a big change for me. I like that. Hi, good morning from R. Good morning to you, R. How you doing? R. It just says R to me. What does it say in the... Oh, it says Robert Gardner, full thing. Why does it just say R? Is it because let me see if I expand the chat. Maybe it just screws. Oh my goodness. There we go. Why did it do that? Oh, that was funny. Oh, that was silly. That was some silly shit. Prologue. Here we go. Also, let me know if the music's too high or too low. Oh, a bloody red light tears a hole through the middle of the office room. The demonic light crushes the countless books held against the walls, tomes that had surely outlived the duties of many a demon lord. Though for all the secrets and worlds kept between the pages, you had seen enough of them. The light rips apart further, a portal from which you step out into the otherwise fairly regular room. Oh, there we are. Evil mushroom shirt. A glass bookshelf to your left is bathed in red-hued light, reflecting your figure. If the horns, the yellow iris, and the blue flame over your head did not already give it away, you are a demon. Reaching the edge of the desk, you drop your hand against the hard wood and drag it along the surface until you take a seat behind the table. Today, you begin your reign over the spawns of the underworld. Interesting beginning. Certainly not your first day at school. First day at a new job, sure, but not your first day at school. As the almighty judge of the world's sinners. Today, you will make a mark on the world. You'll be about this tall, Mark Summersberg, and you'll send him into a coffee shop to get a mocha. Oh, another portal opens up in the middle of your office. That familiar portly demonic gut mouth sticks out first. Oh, there he is. I like how it waited until we got to that part, until he came out. Eventually followed by the dark, bullish figure you know as Vendrake. The right-hand demon of every single demon lord thus far in the flesh. His shirt is so primly tucked into his pants, you wonder how long he spends checking himself out in the mirror every morning. The demon's slow gait, combined with his slightly raised chin, exudes confidence. If you didn't know better, you'd think he owned the place, commanding the room with his eons of experience. Despite your place as the Demon Lord, you can't help but acknowledge that this demon is older, wiser, and holds just as much power as you do. Congratulations, my lord, on your first day in office. Today you will be having an orientation. I went ahead and got your name card ready. Please check if your name is spelled correctly, my lord. All you have to do is think of your name and the ink will solidify. Please don't turn it into Sir Buttface like you did in your youth. The portly demon hands you a small rectangular piece of plastic. On the top, there's the title Demon Lord. Probation. I guess since we just started. Oh! We're gonna choose a name. Blow in black ink is the name Kobu. Is the name of the tag correct? Ah, well. Are you demon lurking in here? Hey, yow. How you doing? Yeah, we're demon lurking. We're lurking where the demons do. And we have a naming convention. We've been getting to do this a lot lately. The last president we got to take the name of was Calvin Coolidge, and that was for the herbs. And the president after that was fucking Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover. Are you going to be Demon Lord Hoover or Demon Lord Herbert? Oh, joy of joys. We're like one away from one of the coolest presidential names. But no, we don't get two. You want two? You want Herbert? We got one vote for Herbert. Apparently we're doing a vote on this. We got one vote for Demon Lord Herbert. That's from Patchworks. Herbert kind of works for this character. Oh, man. I guess that's 2 votes for Herbert. Demon Lord Herbert. Saying them again with a gremlin. Demon Lord Herbert. All right, we're going with Herbert. Oh my god. I certainly hope that in the morning, because I tagged the creator of this fucking Demon Lord Herbert. He looks like a Herbert, don't he? Here we go, Herbert. Is Herbert correct? No, it isn't, but we're going with it anyway. Here we go. The black ink glows white and solidifies upon a name card. Excellent. Now we have a lot of ground to cover. Vendrake snaps his fingers and a large file labeled Demon Lord Orientation appears between his hands. The file looks big enough to be classified as a weapon. You feel sick to your stomach by the mere sight of it. Vendrake and Herbert. Vendrake, is this really necessary? I've basically spent half my life around here. Yes, and the other half on Earth, when you should have been studying our rules and regulations. Am I going to be getting sass from you the entire time we're working together? You do know I'm the boss now, right? Forgive me, my lord. It is just that there's so much on the line, and I must ensure that as your right-hand demon, the Underworld's affairs run smoothly. After all, your father left his greatest legacy to you, this kingdom, and all its inhabitants. His shoulders fall from the weight of Vendrake's words. Yeah, he did a lot for the Underworld. That's why I want to get straight to it. I got big plans for the Underworld. You know, get a think tank going with the other generals, maybe pick their brains about what they think needs improving. Vendrake rubs his forehead and frowns. With all due respect, the Underworld got to where it is after years of meticulous work by your father. I'm sure all the demons are fine with how things are, so you don't need to rush in and start changing things up. Just maintaining the place is already good work. No, I disagree. The Underworld is great and all, but there's already room for an upgrade. Isn't that part of keeping the Underworld running well, too? Dots from Vendrake. Either way, the other generals are already scheduled to meet you after orientation to give a personal presentation on the job scopes. That sounds so stuffy. It's the way things have been done during your father's time. That's how we orient all new recruits. Just be glad you get to get the live presentation and not the pre-recorded ones. Man, the game audio sound looks really quiet when I look at it on the audio levels. right, can y'all hear it? Is it good for y'all? Or is it too quiet? Let me know. I need constant reassurance or else I feel like I'm making mistakes. I don't want to come off as one of those snooty bosses that hides behind his desk all the time. It'll be good to meet the generals in person and show that I'm relatable and approachable.
Might I remind you, my lord, this is a workplace, not a social club.
And let me remind you, who's the one wearing the Demon Lord name tag? Jake raises a finger to retaliate, but pulls it back. He frowns slightly, but to you, he's always frowning.
Very well. I'll inform them that you will be visiting, and that they are to explain the full extent of the work.
Briefly.
Yes, briefly. But please consider the consequences of your actions, my lord, before you do them. Now, let's begin your orientation. Do you remember that form BTK-95 is for?
What it for? I want to say torture tool damage report.
No, it's a place that should be on fire is not on fire report. Let us review.
Oh, look at him slither down. He's pacing. You struggle to pay attention to Vendrake's lecture. More than once, you find yourself staring at the floor, thinking about the next video game you want to get on Earth. Aww. Oh, man. Poor guy. Of course, each time you're caught not paying attention, Vendrake would slap the table loudly with his tail to bring you back to the education at hand. He also goes into a long explanation about his role as chief of security, how his forces patrol the underworld to maintain order, and the various boring documents they fill out on a daily basis to do so. When Vendrake had finished his spiel and mini policy documentary, all you want to do is get out of the office and start meeting your crew. Some machines. Your portal opens upon Amare's workshop, just one of the many office floors that comprise the never-ending, soul-crushing depths of the underworld. Bright round orbs of light hover in the sky-high ceiling, illuminating the entire area below. The space can be likened to a hangar filled to the brim with containers and machines. Large, powerful air vents stand where one would expect windows to reside. And then again, there is nothing that exceptional to see in the underworld, at least for you. I was wondering about Vendrake belly. Does it move as he speaks, or does it just keep it open? Just like some rank breath billowing out. That would be scary, just... Are you paying attention? That would be scary. Ugh. Give me the giblies. Ah, look at you. They're cute. As you walk towards the cat demon standing over his workbench, you recall your youth. You visited this workplace several times while growing up. Amare would always give you the newest toy he had created, which regularly ended up with him receiving an earful from your father. When you were older, you learned that the toys were actually experimental weapons. Still, you found Amare to be amusing, and now you have a chance to know him on a professional and personal level. Still, spider-shaped robots scurry around the workshop, carrying pieces of metal, wires, and other technology you do not recognize. They're working to organize materials in the many large cabinets that line the workshop walls. The cat demon has yet to notice your presence. Instead, he is hands deep inside the back of what looks like a modified fridge. As he yanks random wires from the machine, his translucent arms float above him to take notes. Ooh, really? Oh, yes. Oh, well, they're behind his back right now, but okay. The sleek appearance of the magic-infused metal always catches your eyes. No other demon in the underworld possesses such a device, and only Amare knows how to work them. You tap Amare on the shoulder. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, go, Jesus, startled and shaken and startled and, an intruder! Spider bots all turn toward you. The unmistakable hum of the blasters charging echoes throughout the workhouse. Mari, it's me. Let's look at these arms. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. I like it. You waved the demon general with a laid-back smile. Oh, Lord Herbert! Retract kill command! A loud ping echoes throughout the workshop, and then spider bots return to their original tasks. I'm surprised to see you here today, my lord. One of the floating arms tears off the note it was writing earlier and readies itself to jot down something new. Didn't Vendrake send out a memo that I'm coming over? Did he? I've been so busy working on my invention, I hadn't checked my mail. Well, I'm just visiting the generals to get to know you guys. Since it's my first day and all, I want to know what makes you guys tick, so to speak. Oh, I see. If my lord wants to know about me, I have my specs right here. Display specifications. A large screen descends from the ceiling and turns itself on. It shows what looks like a blueprint of Amari's body. As you can see, I'm made out of 90% carbon, 5% demonic energy, and 5% mystic metal. I function on a diet of lemon soda and fish sticks. In terms of reproduction, I have... whoa, hold it. I didn't literally mean what you're made of. I just want to talk. Pick your brain a little about your job. Would you like me to display the contents of my brain to you, my lord? I can get a machine to show you the shape of my brain in a little time. Weak smile forms on your face. Okay, Amari, let's start over. What are you working on there? Oh, yes. I received a call earlier asking if my refrigerator was running, and that I should... God! And that I should catch it if it was. Oh, you... Are you sure? Oh, I was going to say, are you sure there's a brain to display? So, I was performing a full diagnostic to see if my fridge had gained the ability to run, and to investigate what component gave it that new ability. Amari... That was a prank call. Someone was just trying to trick you. Oh. So, my fridge didn't learn to run yet? His ears droop upon hearing the truth. How to make friends, aw. I mean, you could make it happen if you want to. Yeah! I can make it run after the souls and trap them in a black hole that sends them back into the never-ending cycle of running and getting trapped. His floating arms act fast and jot down his thoughts. You're relieved that the general bounced back so quickly. Gotta say, you have a lot of stuff here. Yes, I need them to fix or modify the torture machines we use. Since souls tend to become accustomed to the torturing over time, we need to change the hellish experience every so often. Hellish experience every so often. This guy is adorable in his own way. Yeah. Well, it sounds like that would take up a lot of resources and effort. It does, which is why I came up with an idea. As you know, we already have experience projecting the memories of souls. So, what if every few hours we remove the soul's most recent memories so that the soul does not remember the experience of the torture? Then we can recycle the same torture method. Exactly! God damn it, I keep hitting the fucking microphone! So, why aren't you doing it then? I ran the proposal with the research committee, and it's been stuck in the pending phase for over 100 years. I just need to test the prototype somewhere. I might be able to help. What if I grant you permission to test it with a few souls in the physical punishment zone? Really? That's all I would need to get started. And we have a plan. I'll put it through right after I'm done with my visit. Oh, I must get back and check on the device. If you'll excuse me, my lord. Amari gives you a fastidious bow and rushes off towards one of his many cabinets to find his next machine. Just the right time for you to open a portal and head over to visit Fortis. Oh, Fortis? Oh, we are in a cafe with some very nice-looking bananas. You step into a brightly lit break room. The smell of coffee and baked goods that used to be here at some point still lingers in the air. On the left of the room is a table that holds the instant mixes, creamers, and sugars that the workers use. The table itself is stained with the telltale ring marks of the many drinks that were created upon it. You were drawn to the back by the smell of pepper, the kind you have smelt so often in Fortis or Fortis? Which would you prefer? E or air? Somehow type that in the chat. E or air? Let me know. In their home. Back then, you would train your combat skills with him on the weekends. At the end of a long day, he would make a big feast that incorporated his own blend of signature peppers for you and his giant siblings. You find the... Wow, look at you. Look like a coach. You find the Rottweiler demon lounging on the beaten-looking sofa while squeezing a spring hand grip. Fortis! Oh, he's loud and boisterous. Hey, boss! Get over here! Get over here! Yeah, get over here! Fortis, volume! My bad there, boss. Wait, gonna call you boss, or do you prefer to call you my lord like everyone else? Either way is fine, Fortis. You don't have to go change it for me just because I got a new job. Heck yeah! Boss it is then! Now that's a title for someone with power! Oh, hey! Hey, everyone, may I tell you something? What Saya say to that White Wolf character in Tennessee's update, he kind of deserves it because he was acting like a little bitch when his team was losing. Well, I haven't played that update. So I have no idea what you're talking about, but that does sound like Haruki, so there you go. I'll just agree with you. Let's just go with that. So what's made you want to have this face-to-face meeting? I figured it would be the best way to get off on the right foot while introducing myself to you guys as the new Demon Lord. Well, look at you, being so thoughtful. So, for formality's sake, what do you normally do around here? I know you run the physical torture area, but I bet there's more to it than just that. Heck yeah, there's more to it than that! I run a team of torture demons. That means coming up with new torture techniques and planning out the work schedule so my staff can keep busy. We demons may be tough, but wear and tear happens if you keep pushing with your team. Keep pushing your team or yourself too hard. Besides, you can't grow muscles without rest. Makes sense. As the second oldest general out of the lot of them, you got any ideas for improving your work? Heck yeah! I recommend we start everyone on a protein-only diet. Come on now, seriously. Then you gotta keep training! Me? Ortiz stomps his foot on the hardwood floor. You can't let a cushy CEO job turn you into a ball of fat! Ortiz, volume. Ortiz coughs. Right, don't think your underlings are loyal to you out of love alone. We're all demons, creatures born from chaos to manage chaos. The reason the demons serve the Demon Lord is because they know he's the strongest there is here. If you start showing weakness, someone's gonna get the bright idea they can take your place. Well, that's why I'm doing this. If I can show that I can make the underworld better, they'll know I'm just as capable as Pa. You will be. You gotta believe in your mind's muscle. Okay, I stopped because I thought he was saying that your mind is a muscle. Huh? Just believe! You just gotta believe! Okay, I believe you. Moving on, maybe you'll be interested in running an idea I have for advertising the underworld to the people on Earth? Like rerunning those old dream ads? No, those won't work. People don't take dreams that seriously anymore. I'm thinking of spreading fear about the underworld using the internet.
You can do that with the internet?
Well, yeah. What do you use it for?
Stuff. Does Vendrake know about this?
I'll let him know later. It's one of the perks of my position. Alright then, I'll have you think up an idea for the ad video, and I'll ask Nox about helping you out.
Maybe I could do a training video. You know, show how powerful our demons are. That ought to scare those mortals right down the right path.
Sounds like a good idea.
Glad you like it, boss.
We're all set then.
Sweet! I'll catch you later then, boss. I got a group cardio session with the next batch of torturers before the shift starts.
I thought you only torture souls.
Hey, team exercise is good for morale. You might want to consider doing some too. You're getting a gut.
It's a dad bod. People find it sexy.
You're not a dad yet, boss.
Fortis springs up and waves goodbye before opening a portal to leave. Right. All that's left is Nox. I wonder where he's gonna be. You cast open your portal and step through. Oh, back in the office. My office? Why am I back here? You see your desk right across the room. Walking over, you sense something off about your table. Like looking at a line, and somewhere in the middle, someone drew another line on top of the first, giving your table a feeling of disconnectedness between the left and right side. Nox? Oh! You! I like that. I like you give a variety to your designs. I like this. Something shimmers and ripples like water in midair, revealing the last of your generals. Oh, and there's a journal? Oh, there's things. Oh, there's so many things. Oh, that's cool.
Welcome back, my lord.
Nox, what are you doing here?
You sent word that you wanted to see us generals in person, so I thought I would come over to save you the trip.
Thanks. But you didn't have to. I was actually looking forward to seeing how things are outside the office.
Apologies. I'll make a note of that for the future.
As you walk over to your desk, you notice a stack of papers that weren't there before. When you sit down, there's a sticky note attached to said paperwork. Here are the forms requiring your review and approval. I started you easy with just 1,000 documents to read. Jesus fucking Vendrake. P.S. My position about the underworld as a beacon of judgment since the days of your father still stands. Fucking Vendrake. Jesus, hell. Vendrake. You turn your attention back to Nox. I'd say take a seat, but I see you brought your own. Nox responds to your attempt at a joke by blinking with a blank expression. His blink unsynchronized with each eye. It's a joke, because you're floating. Never mind. Nox floats closer to the front of your desk and puts a webbed finger on his chin. Fucking
Interesting, my lord. You tried to use comedy to connect with me. Now, why would you make such a choice?
Yeah, I don't know. Just felt natural.
On that note, what is natural for a demon? Is the nature of a demon similar to a demon lord?
Nox, come back to me. We don't have the time for all your questions today.
What would you ask of me then, my lord?
I want to know what you do as the general of mental torture.
The demons under me rely a lot more on our magic than, say, the demons of the physical torture area. We craft mazes and traps that inflict the most amount of suffering upon the souls. As you can imagine, it is very taxing on our psyche as well.
Keep hitting the goddamn microphone.
Ooh. Is there anything I could do to make your job easier? Don't mind us, my lord.
He said mind because it's mental.
We live to serve the ruler of the underworld until death deems it unnecessary.
I see. Well, tell you what, would you be open to working with Fortis on an ad for the underworld? He might need someone to help him run the recording.
If that's the Demon Lord's command, it shall be done.
Right. You have any ideas for a video?
How about a video with gentle sounds of rain falling in a forest? Then we play a very subtle recording, almost like a whisper, repeating the many terrible tortures we do down here. Then it'll be buried in their unconscious forever.
I see why you're the general for mental torture. All right, let's run with it.
As you command, my lord, I will not fail you.
Is there anything else you want to share?
Well, if you're asking, why exactly am I a frog?
Amare is the self-proclaimed genius of the underworld. Pa's dad created him, which makes him the third general to be created by the Demon Lord's past. The dude's mad about tech and machinery. He's always looking into how things work and how he can upgrade his own inventions. Although he can go overboard sometimes, and when he does go off the deep end, he commits to it. Once I asked him to recreate this console I saw on Earth, but he made it into a flying drone that blasted lasers every time I pressed a button. I wanted to play Wowzer's Odyssey. That's funny. Demons! Demons! There's a word for those of us who live and work in the underworld. Demons! It took great-great-grandpa thousands of years of PR to get the people from Earth to have the word stick in their own mortal lexicon. I heard they ran nightmare ads along famous philosophers and poets back then. I've seen some of those old ads. It's usually a demon in a bow tie going, "Sinners beware, stay off the path of righteous living and you'll win a free trip to the underworld with your personal torture demon to torment you for the unfathomable eternity of non-existence itself." Which was then followed up with a free tour that may or may not mentally scar the fragile mortal. Fortis and I are close, like he's a demon and I can have a drink with any time. Great-grandpa created him and his brothers to help guard the underworld from any soul dumb enough to attempt escaping. Despite his single head, he actually is a Cerberus demon. Anyone who dares to point that out would be punched into next week. His greatest passions are working out, getting others to work out, and his brothers. Heck, sometimes I've been so unlucky to have been roped in along into his cruel training regimen. It's already exercise just from evading him during his workout highs. Nox, another name for the night. He was the last general to be created. Pa made him, yet I never saw them close with each other. Maybe it has to do with how often he's asking questions that don't really have any answer to them. The other generals don't seem to be interested in his questions. Guess that's why he bothers me with them most of the time. At least he's pretty dependable and skilled. A little too skilled. Just can't beat the guy in any two-player matches. Nice. And locations and info. Cool. Nice journal. All right. Yes, we read that. Even before you became Demon Lord, speaking to Nox has always been a brain scratcher. Although you don't really know if you are even making sense, the frog keeps coming back to you to ask you what you think. Satisfied with the meetings you have done, you end the trip by approving Amare's machine testing. Still, there's a nagging sensation that you forgot something, but you're not sure what. The 1,000 pages you're supposed to read and approve?
you decide to ignore the feeling and get back to the tedious part of your work. It takes you the whole day to make a dent in the massive pile. The massive pile, then. That is what I just mentioned. But progress is progress.